Welcome to my channel, your daily reminder to drink more water. In today's heartwarming episode of 60 Seconds, we'll recap Home on the Range. 2004, a tale of friendship, heroism, and hope, where a motley crew of cows come together to save their beloved home. Patch of Heaven Ranch. On the rolling plains of the American West, there's a small dairy farm called Patch of Heaven where Maggie, a spirited Jersey cow, dreams of finding a new home for herself and her fellow rescued cows. But unfortunately, Patch of Heaven is in danger of being foreclosed upon because they owe the bank $87,000. When the bank president threatens to take over the farm, Maggie, along with the help of her friends, Mrs. Calloway and Grace, hatches a desperate plan to raise the money and save their home. Now, before we dive into this adventure, let me introduce you to our three amazing cows. First, we have Maggie, a beautiful young Jersey cow known for her intelligence, kindness, and unwavering determination. She has recently been left homeless after her old farm was stolen by a notorious cow rustler named Alameda Slim. Next, there's Mrs. Calloway, a prim and proper Holstein cow, who serves as the de facto leader of the herd. Despite her initially bossy nature, she's a caring and compassionate cow who always puts the needs of others before her own. Then we meet Grace, a quirky and somewhat tone-deaf brown Swiss cow who exudes optimism and positivity. Her infectious enthusiasm and unwavering belief in happy endings inspire those around her, and Grace is unique. Perspective often leads to unexpected solutions in times of trouble. Now let's get back to their adventure. Realizing that they need a lot of money very quickly, Maggie, Mrs. Callow, and Grace set out on a wild quest to find a way to save Patch of Heaven. Their journey takes them all across the rugged and beautiful countryside, where they face numerous challenges and learn valuable lessons about friendship, courage, and believing in yourself. During their travels, they meet a colorful cast of characters, including an elderly rancher named Jeb, who shares stories of a legendary cattle rustler named Alameda Slim, aka the Pied Piper of the Prairie. According to Jeb, Slim hypnotizes entire herds of cows with his yodeling, and then steals them while they re-dancing in a trance. And guess what? There's a massive bounty on his head. An idea strikes the cows. If they can capture Alameda Slim and collect the reward money, they might just have a chance to save Patch of Heaven. However, Slim is a notorious outlaw with a knack for evading capture. Can the cows really catch him? And will it be enough to save their farm? That's what we're going to find out next time. As night falls, the trio sneaks away from Patch of Heaven under the cover of darkness. With only a few belongings and a shared dream of saving their home, they venture into the unknown, eager to begin their search for Alameda Slim. Throughout their journey, they encounter various obstacles and challenges that test their limits and push them to their breaking points. They encounter a large herd of wild buffalo who threaten to trample them, but they manage to escape by luring the buffalo towards a muddy pit. However, their troubles don't end there, as they soon find themselves in the path of Buck, a dim-witted but well-meaning sheriff who mistakes them for criminals and tries to arrest them. After a comical chase, the cows manage to evade Buck and continue their journey. Along the way, they meet Rico, a mysterious bounty hunter who becomes enamored with the idea of capturing Slim. He's tough, skilled, and a bit intimidating at first, but he's also honorable and fair-minded. Although he doesn't trust the cows at first, they eventually earn his respect, and he reluctantly agrees to help them in their quest. As they travel deeper into enemy territory, the cows must confront not only external dangers, but also their own internal struggles. Maggie's determination to succeed is tested when she faces her past trauma of being captured by Alameda Slim. She becomes fearful and hesitant to trust anyone, including herself. Meanwhile, Mrs. Callow's leadership skills are challenged as she struggles to keep the herd together and focused on their mission. Grace's optimism also wavers when she realizes the true extent of their difficulties and the potential consequences of failure. Through these challenges, the cows learn the importance of facing their fears, embracing their strengths, and supporting each other through tough times. The unlikely trio continues their pursuit of Alameda Slim, following a trail of clues that lead them deeper into the heart of his criminal empire. They discover that Slim's criminal empire is vast, and he has a network of accomplices who aid in his cattle rustling and hypnotizing schemes. Despite the growing danger, the cows refuse to give up. They use their wits, resourcefulness, and newly found courage to overcome each obstacle that stands in their way. Finally, after a long and arduous journey, the cows and Rico come face to face with Alameda Slim in his secret hideout, a secluded cave hidden away from the rest of the world. The showdown between the cows and Slim is both comedic and thrilling. Slim's hypnotic yodeling proves to be a formidable challenge, mesmerizing the other cows and putting them in danger. However, Grace's inability to be hypnotized becomes their secret weapon. While Slim mesmerizes the others, Grace steps forward, breaking the trance and rallying the rest of the herd. Working together, they manage to capture Alameda Slim using a clever trick involving a minecart and a lasso. With Slim in their possession, the cows and Rico rush back to the nearest jail, ensuring that Slim won't be able to escape and cause any more trouble. Upon arriving, they turn Slim over to the authorities and collect the reward money. They return to Patch of Heaven as heroes, their names echoing through the town as symbols of courage, determination, and the power of friendship. But that's not all. As the cows had hoped, the reward money is more than enough to pay off Patch of Heaven's debt and save the farm from foreclosure. Jubilant and grateful, the townspeople and animals celebrate their victory with a joyous festival, honoring the cows for their bravery and selflessness. Throughout their adventures, Maggie, Mrs. Calloway, and Grace have formed an unbreakable bond of friendship. They've learned to appreciate each other's unique qualities and support each other through thick and thin. Together, they realize that they are stronger and braver than they ever imagined, capable of achieving the impossible when they stand together and believe in themselves. As the story comes to a close, the cows settle into their new lives at Patch of Heaven. They continue to care for the rescued animals, finding joy and fulfillment in knowing they've made a difference in the lives of others. The once ordinary cows, now regarded as local legends, live out their days knowing that they saved their home and touched the hearts of everyone around them. And that's the end of the episode. What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and see you next time.